Welcome to another Baby Name Sunday. Today I'm sharing with you guys my current favorites because honestly, I've just been finding some really cool ones. I can't really fit them into categories and I've just like, you know what, I'm gonna make a video just dedicated to sharing some of my current favorite baby names. I absolutely love finding different baby names that are definitely uncommon, unique, and not really heard of, and then sharing them with you guys. Make sure you guys are commenting down below all of your guys' favorite baby names or what was your favorite name of this list, because these are making me want kids. So without further ado, let's get on with the list. First name on this absolutely amazing list that I have is a girl's name, and that is the name Odessa. So spelled O-D-E-S-S-A. So this name actually is derived from the name Odyssey. It basically means wanderer, and you can have a nickname as Essa. You could even go for Odyssey, and then Odessa could be kind of like the nickname, or you can just, there's so many ways that you can play around with this name. I love it. There's actually 2 cities in the world that are named Odessa. One is in Ukraine, which is like alongside the water, like the sea area. It's like a port city. And then there is also a city in Texas named Odessa. That is kind of cool. It's kind of like a place name as well. So I thought it was really nice. The name is actually Greek, and I just really like the meaning behind it. Traveling, wanderer. We absolutely love to travel, and I think this would be a really great option for a girl if we had another one. So that name was Odessa. Okay, so this one actually kind of has a little bit of a funny meaning. Well, part of it at least. It's a boy's name, and that is the name Calix. So spelled C-A-L-I-X. Definitely not too outside the box, but I've never heard of it before. So guys, get this. Calix in Latin means chalice or wine cup. It means wine cup. That's kind of fun. And then in Greek, it means very handsome. So that kind of helps it out. I've always loved the name Alex when I was little, but man, that name is definitely popular, let me say. Definitely back in the day and even nowadays. So I think Calix is a really great alternative option to Alex. It's basically like Calvin and Alex mixed together. Another name that is on my absolute top favorites, and this name has seriously been on my top favorites for forever. Ever since I was in high school, there was a girl named this name, and I always was so fascinated with it. She was half Caucasian and half Japanese, and her name was Yuki. So spelled Y-U-K-I. Her last name was Holland, so it was like Yuki Holland, and I think that is so cute. So in Japanese, Yuki actually has 2 meanings. It means snow and it means happiness. And 2 and 2, I think that is such a great, sweet, sweet meaning. And for a 4-letter name, I'm obsessed. I love the name Yuki. So I think it is super, super cute, and that is why it's always been on my favorites list. All right, so this next name, I definitely feel like it can be unisex for sure. I definitely know some boys that are named this name, but I feel like personally, I would definitely use this name as a girl's name just because I do like that more tomboy edginess to the name, and that is the name Ronan. So spelled R-O-N-A-N. It reminds me of the name Rowan, which I feel like has been kind of on the rise. It's like a little bit of a hipster name right now, Rowan, but I think that this is a really cool, definitely more edgy and powerful sounding. And in Irish, Ronan means little seal, and guys, that is so stinking cute. And there's a couple ways you could spell Ronan. So there's R-O-N-A-N, or you can do R-O-N-I-N, which it actually has a different meaning. In Japanese, it's actually the name of a samurai. That would be kind of a cool spelling for a boy, R-O-N-I-N. And in Japanese, it means drifter or wanderer. So R-O-N-I-N is more of a Japanese origin, and then Ronan, R-O-N-A-N, is the Irish version, which means baby seal. So when we found out we were having baby number 2, if it was a boy, we kind of already had a name picked out, and that was this name. Over time, we're like, you know what? I feel like the shorter version is a little bit too common, and I don't know, there was just some part of us that were like, you know what? As soon as we saw Aries, it was kind of, Aries was the one. But that is the name Maximilian. Guys, this name is so long, so cool sounding, sounds like a hero. It sounds powerful. It just sounds so cool. And I absolutely just loved it. So Maximilian comes from Maximus and it means the greatest. But it's also, back in the day, there was 2 Roman generals and both of their names combined created Maximilian. I feel like people are a little nervous to use Maximilian. I think most people end up using Maxwell or Maximus and then shorten it down obviously to Max. Moving on to the girls' side, this is one of my for sure favorites. It just so happened to become a favorite recently. It's a word name / a color name, and that is the name Navy. So spelled N-A-V-Y, like the color, or N-A-V-I-E. Definitely a unisex name. You could for sure use it for a boy as well. But I think for a girl, it sounds very cutesy. Also, to me, it sounds kind of southern. I don't know. It just sounds kind of like a cute little southern belle, and that would be her name, Navy. So the meaning of Navy is bold and obviously blue. But again, I think that it would be a really great name for maybe a military family. So apparently I've been really liking little animal names. We had a little seal earlier, and now we have a little dog in Irish. And this is a unisex name, and that name is Madden. So spelled M-A-D-D-E-N. I would probably name my girl Madden versus the boy, but again, it's unisex, gender neutral for sure. I think it's spunky. I think it's edgy. A lot of names on this list right now are quite edgy. The name Madden symbolizes speed, endurance, and loyalty. This next one is probably one of my favorites on this list. For the boy side, it can be a girl, but I feel like this is for sure a boyish style name. In Latin, it means light and it means to shine. And that is the name Lux. So spelled L-U-X. Guys, isn't that a really great boys option? I can totally picture like this cool guy kind of being like, hey, what's your name? And he's like, my name's Lux. Like, so cool. Also, one of the recent Teen Mom girls, like from Teen Mom OG, yes, I watch Teen Mom because I've been dedicated to them for like the past 8 years of my life. But on Teen Mom, Kale Lowry, third baby boy, she named him Lux, and he is just so cute, and I think Lux would do such a little handsome name. 3 letters, super simple, but I feel like it's like one of those names that you double take and you're like, wow, that's really different, but really nice. So this next name is a boy's name, and I think sounds like such a sweet little boy. I can just picture him being just charming. I feel like this is a very charming boy's name, and that is the name Cohen. So spelled C-O-H-E-N. It's a Hebrew name. It means priest. And I think this is just one of those names that are very kind of, you feel like it's popular, but it really isn't as popular as it seems. It definitely would be more of that mainstream name that is on this list, but again, uncommon for sure. So if you're not wanting to venture too far out of the box, Cohen would be a really great option. So this next name is another boy's name. This one actually means bright-headed in Irish, or it actually means lover of churches, and that is the name Callahan. This name makes me kind of feel the same way about Cohen. Cohen and Callahan, I feel like that would be really great twin boy names or brother names. I think those names pair really well together. Cohen and Callahan. Oh, you can even nickname him Callie. One of the families on YouTube and on Instagram, the Bucket List family, they named their son Callahan. And ever since I heard it, I was like, oh, that is such a sweet, sweet boy's name. For the girl's side, this next name is kind of like a combo name between 2 kind of mainstream names. They're kind of derived from the name Rosemary for a girl and Roman for a boy. And that is the name Romy or Rami, spelled R-O-M-Y. I think it's so cute. I love this name. It reminds me of Ronan for a girl. So Ronan and Romy would be, again, really great duo names. Dew of the sea is the meaning, and I think that is great for a cute little water name baby or anything to do with kind of nature or earthly names. So this next name on the boy side is actually kind of a biblical name. And I feel like I've had quite a few biblical names on this list that are definitely uncommon. So I think that is a nice twist to this list. list, and I've been loving on them lately. I think they're really cool. You can definitely use it for a girl or a boy. I would personally use it for a boy because I just think it just sounds cool, and that is the name Lemmy. So spelled L-E-M-M-Y. This name in Hebrew means the hero or devoted to God. So I think that that is a really great meaning. It symbolizes something really powerful. And there's actually a band back in the 80s called Motorhead, and Lemmy was actually the name of the main lead singer as well as the lead songwriter for the band. So if you guys like any music related names or a band style baby names, I think Lemmy would be a really great option. Last name on this list of my favorites is my absolute favorite. I left it for the end because it's just so cool. It's a girl's name. It definitely could be a boy's name too. It's unisex, but I think for a girl this would be amazing. It is a name that definitely myself and my husband would definitely consider if we had another girl in the future, which isn't going to happen, so I'm giving it to you guys, and that is the name Pharaoh. So obviously Pharaoh means like an Egyptian ruler. There's lots of history with this name. It definitely is more so boyish focused, but Pharaoh for a little girl, I think that is so pretty. I don't know, I've just been loving it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, wow, okay, I need to share this ASAP on my favorites list. And as soon as I saw this name, this is why I am making this video, because I was like, you know what? I need to make a video with my favorite names, and this one is gonna be on it. And there is a famous American saxophonist, which you guys don't know, but I actually used to play the saxophone all the way throughout high school and middle school, so that kind of speaks to me as well. And his name was Pharaoh Sanders. So again, another musically inspired name that has kind of two meanings. So musically inspired or history inspired. Basically my #1 girl's name if we ever had another girl. So that is it with my current favorites baby name list. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that these are hopefully maybe some of your favorites as well. I hope that you guys enjoyed the list, and thank you guys so much for coming back to another Baby Name Sunday. Or if this is your first time here, definitely subscribe, definitely hit the bell notification, because every single Sunday I provide you with a list of baby names that are definitely unique, uncommon, and majority of the time hopefully you haven't heard of but are still usable. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next week with another awesome baby's names list. Bye!